I was reading through James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, which, by the way, if you haven't read it, you need to pick it up. It's a great book. We were reading it as a company, and as I was reading through one of the parts on here, James talks about a way to change your habits, and you have it look at it one or two ways. Think of a target, and on the target are three different circles. The outer circle is outcome, the middle circle is process, and the center is your identity. And James talks about you can either change from your outcome starting out and then work your way in, or your identity from the middle and working your way out. And we discussed this as a group, like what's the best way to actually do that? And so as we started going through here, there's a lot of different opinions. I use the example of Michael Jordan. So if you've ever watched his awesome documentary, The Last Dance, I've watched it like a dozen times. It's one of the best, if not the best, sports documentary out there. And in it, if you look, Michael Jordan in the early 1990s, his team is really good, but they keep running into the Detroit Pistons, right? The Detroit Pistons beat them the first year, and the second year, Michael's even better, but they still lose in 7 games to Detroit Pistons. And after that, Michael is beat up. Remember, they had the Jordan rules, and they were literally beating him up. And what he looked at was, how do I beat this team? I can't do what I just do all the time. Scoring wasn't helping. Being Defensive Player of the Year wasn't helping. He was MVP. All that wasn't helping get him past the Detroit Pistons. So he had to change his identity. Not the process, not the outcome, because the outcome wasn't working. So he changed his process. After he lost the last game, he went right into the weight room. And he started lifting weights. And then all his teammates started coming there and they lifted weights. And by the 1993-94 season, what did he look like? He looked completely different. He was stronger. The Jordan rules didn't matter anymore. He changed his identity. His identity was, I can beat this team by myself. And then he realized, no, I can't. And then he started to look at himself and say, I need to be better and I need to change who I am in my identity. And that is what changed Jordan. So the point that we took away from in our group was saying, hey, you can change your outcomes, but it's not going to change the center of that identity. The target of that is the identity first, then your process, then the outcome will change. Always. If you work it the other way around, it will take you much longer and you'll probably fail a whole lot more. So learn from Michael Jordan, learn from James Clear, change your habits one step at a time by changing who you are first, your identity, and then you'll watch the magic happen and your process will change and the outcomes will change. Thanks, guys.